Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Checks with a projectile. Deal some damage with that quick combo. What's going to follow the combo? A dangerous range here. You don't want to get jumped on a long recovery move where you're going to eat tons of damage. Adds off KO! Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Steps back to start things off. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out is so vital. He decides to spend the meter to open up some more chances. Will this decision pay off for them? Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. They gotta press here to take advantage of this drive gap. Player 1 will need to play it conservative until their drive refreshes. Their spacing is so on point right now, but who's gonna blink first? Goes air to air and takes their turn. Good judgment there. Blocks. Zones with the fireball. Goes for the fireball. Burnout activates. Player 1 will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. Our fighters are at a standstill. What's the play here? A jump in crowns them from above. A real how did they read that throw? They gotta go. Closes it out. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Start sets up with the jump in. Who's going to read the jump in perfectly? Connects with the throw. Blocks the low kick. Nothing stops this train. Player 1 can't let this simmer. They gotta start. Ooh, what a smart throw. What's next? Burns out. Yes, sir. More damage. Oh, yo. Rocks over in a flash. Player 1 showed they are truly the best of the best. It's not over yet. Let's believe it's time for that rundown. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Checks them with a projectile. Fireballs are risky, but if the opponent doesn't jump, they're one of the best ground game tools. Ooh, will they hit? Whiff, or even charge in? Tricky territory here. Player 2 has been really leaning on that drive gauge. Takes a trip. Anticipated that counter and blocks. Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. Got their eye on the air. Gets them. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round 2. Fight.
Immediate jumping. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out is so vital. Throws a fireball here, maybe as a simple zoning strat. Good distance for a shot. Player 1 chases them down. Jumps. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Ooh, there's a side switch. This could be big. Gets out of the corner. Pokes with a medium kick. Hits him with a stopping box. Uses the gauge for a super arm. Shikujinrai doing the business. A quick breather. Player 1 will need to play it conservative until their drive refreshes. We have a super burnout activates. Zones with the fireball. Can they create It's a good spot to use the super. Are they thinking about how to steal this round? They're taking a step back to slow down the pace. A jump in? Throws them. Oh, here we go. Drive impact misses. Not much movement, but the thinking caps are definitely the low. Both sides closes it out. Player 2 comes away with the win.
comes a new challenger.
This isn't about just winning the match. Pride and bragging rights are at stake here. Both fighters will need to bring their A game to the table.
Round 1. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Checking how their opponent reacts to fireballs. Denying them a breather there with a long-range fireball. Jump in finds the mark. Knockdown. A dangerous range here. You don't want to get jumped on a long recovery move or you're going to eat tons of damage. What's the play here? Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. Huge opportunity here with no way to backdash out of danger. Both players have near empty super art gauges. Whoever can build theirs up first may have a big advantage here. Gaining some meter would open up the opportunity to deal huge damage, but that's easier said than done. Well-timed corner switch. Gets out of the corner. Both fighters are trying to decide their next move. Nails the anti-air. Throws out a projectile. Okay, creating some space here. Life lead opens up. They're being absolutely relentless with this fireball pressure in the corner. Experiencing burnout. Player 1 is gonna have to wait for that drive gauge. Can they stick it out? They were right to be on guard there. KO! Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Immediate jump in. Caught in the crossover. Oh, they needed to block that from behind. This fight is just underway. What kind of game plan do they have? Jumps? Smart play to stop the opponent there. Sends a clear message with that counter. Risky up-close scrap still going. Knockdown and attempts to break the stalemate with a fireball. Goes for the fireball, which is very strong at this range. Good distance for a shot. Jumps up. Smart play with the throw. Super clutch corners here. Going in. Still slugging it out at this range. Solid anti-air. Are we gonna see a comeback here? Raw critical. What's gonna happen? Yo! Closes it out! We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win?
Final round. Fight.
Opens with the fireball. Soban to pin him down. Dash. Scrapping it out up the Lowe's block. Knockdown. Here comes the mix-up. Player 2 needs to take advantage of this gauge disparity. Blocks the low kick. Okay, here we go. Parries. Nothing stops this train. Turning it right up with a super. Cashes out of a triple G-right. What's next? Player 2 is in a very good spot now. Doesn't take the throw. Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for us.
Comes a new challenger.
Our fighters are ready to get down to it, so let's start the match and see what these warriors are capable of.
Shall we? Round 1. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Deftly shuts out the jump in. Tries to bait him with the projectile. You know their fireball game is solid because they're only throwing it when their opponent can't jump them. Can't tech the throw? Okay, creating some space here. Both sides backing off to form their game plan. Throws a fireball here, maybe as a simple zoning strat. With the life gap opening up, they need to lean hard on their drive usage. Knockdown. in a dire situation. They can't afford any mistakes. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. All right, what's coming up next? That drive impact is blocked. Just out of range for that throw. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Oh God, this is tense. Dawson serving up a sick burn with a sunburst. So little life left. Both fighters are weighing their options and looking for an opening. They take some time to back off and regroup. Who's going to strike first? Throws a projectile to zone the opponent. Oh, could be the start of something. This is a prime opportunity to end things, but they decide to play it safe, going in? That's a big gap. Who comes from behind to pick up the win? They took advantage of every chance. Player 2 with the first strike, but they can't get complacent.
Round 2. Fight.
This can lead to some big damage. Throws a fireball. Quick dashing. Player 1 has the life lead. Can they use it? There's still a lot of fighting to be had. It's anyone's match. Player 2 is working with a better gauge. What can they do with it? They exchange blows. Gotta be careful. Clutch anti-air. Player 2 has the chance to win the round if they can put their drive KO. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks.
Final round. Fight.
The last round. It's now or never. Let's off a yoga fire. That feeling out phase is over. Time to get down to business. They're waiting for the opportunity to bust this match wide open. Player 2 is in a smart play to stop the opponent there. Sends a clear message with that counter. Connects with the throw. Low heavy. Nice fireball. Looking for a hold. Low heavy, but no go. Both are ready to pull the trigger on their excellent block. Player 2, oh my God, they just choked it out. Oh, the throw connects. What the sunburst? Going supernova. Player 1 with the rhythm, owning that. No hesitation or regret. Hits him with that NSFW. Perfect damage calculation. No doubt about it. They are done. Player 2 was definitely sweaty during that well-earned win.
Round 1.
It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Presses for a reaction with a fireball. Yoga fires it. Still very early in the round. They're still feeling each other out. Who will gain control of the match in the early going? Ooh, will they hit, whiff, or even charge in? Tricky territory here.
Silence.
Throws him down. Steps in for the throw. Neither fighter can force the other to give up even an inch. The super armor does its job. Taking stock. Player 2 needs to use what little drive they have left effectively. All right, what's coming up next? Jinrai kick for a mix-up. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Each hit is so important here. Going in? Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. KO! Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Round 2. Fight.
Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Gets the jump in. Smart play to stop the opponent there. Sunburst! I hope they pack some sunscreen. Player 2 has a slight life lead that they may sit on. There's been some back and forth, but no one has dominated the fight. Hits them with a stopping block. Uses the gauge for a super arm. The Dragon Lash Flame giving them a side twist on top of the damage. They exchange blows. Crowns them from above. Are we gonna see a comeback here? Jump! KO! This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks.
Final round. Fight!
Decides not to rush in without a plan. Final round. Who will the fighting game gods favor here? We're just getting started here. Who will take control? Both players look the low. What'll happen here? Risky up-close scraps still going. Sunburst! Going supernova! Okay, here we go. Player 2 crowns him from above. Knocks him out of the air. Yoga fire! Player 2 can't let this impact squat. Taps him on the dome. He cashes out on the Shippujinrai. How's that? Nails connects with the throw. Catches them out. Somehow manages to block the jump in. What are they gonna do? Okay, nobody blink. Crowns them from above. They are done. Player 2 made some smart moves there. Great game.
Comes a new challenger.
Our fighters are ready to lay it all on the line.
Let us begin.
And on a round 1. Fight!
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Blocks the ambiguous crossover. Spot on blocking. Throws them to negate the block. Player 2 can't afford to get hit again, but still has a chance to take the round if they can find openings to use their drive. Next hit gets tagged by the fireball. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Goes for the rush down to start. They're on a mission. Throws them. What's next? Jumps up, decides to meet them in the air. Good judgment there. Jumps in. A quick breather. The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? Ooh, fires off the Tanobo. Going in? Now, can they? Delivers the pain right to their doorstep. Oh, the throw connects. Tanobo. Their life is hanging by a thread. They got big time whip. They couldn't tech the throw. Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Comes a new challenger.
Our fighters are pumping themselves up and are raring to go. Who's going to come out on top in this fight?
Don't expect me to be a pushover.
Round 1. Fight!
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? They're not going to allow any jump-ins. Wow, shut down. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. What are they thinking here? Goes for the fireball. Fireballs are risky, but if the opponent doesn't jump, they're one of the best ground game tools. Well-timed corner switch. Avoids getting cornered. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important here. Player 1 can't afford to get hit again, but still has a chance to take the round if they can find openings to use their drive. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. Takes a trip. Projectile ends with a projectile. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight.
Tries to set the tone with that charging attack. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Opts for the air-to-air encounter. Good judgment there. Long low attack hits. Blocks the ambiguous cross-up. What'll happen here? Connects with medium kick. Jumps? Oh, they're in the corner now. No running away. Chases them into the corner and will now look to do some damage. Risky up poke crowns them from above. Okay, they're going for the super art. Oh, looking for the definitive end to this round with a level 3 super. Did not miss that chance and takes the round. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Comes a new challenger.
Our fighters are ready to lay it all on the line.
Gotta do this. Come on.
Hope you're ready. Round 1. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Checks with a projectile. Blocks the jump in. It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? Both fighters are pretty much unscathed. How are they going to deal damage? What's the play here? What are these fighters thinking now? Trips him up. Who's gonna make a move? Tries to get a breather with a projectile. Trying to control their opponent here from a distance. This is where things will get interesting as the damage starts to pile up on both fighters. Will that drive impact get punished? Squeezes the gauge. Okay, creating some space here. Bops him with a target combo. Jumps in. Makes a huge statement with that finish. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round 2. Fight.
Shows the medium kick. The next round is beginning. What's gonna happen now? Jumps. Throws him. What's next? Closes the gap for the grab. Medium kick. There's an overdrive arc. Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. Both fighters planning something? Gotta be careful not to whiff at this range. Going in? They are really going at each other this round. The reads they make now will be key. What's going to happen here in the latter half of this round? Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. The whip upping the pressure with these baby booms. We're at a standstill, but we may see an eruption soon. Doing some quick planning? Smart play to stop the opponent there. Drops him hard. Player 1 has a big drive gauge lead. Connects with the throw. What'll happen here? Burns out. The low's blocked. Let's loose a boom. Time to reassess the situation? They're using a fireball to force a reaction. Get to the corner switch. It might be some time for payback. Okay, here we go. Sonic Blade for some cover time! Oh, critical art now? Oh, putting the flatlines on! This is the final round!
Just
Expect to
another
see some fireworks!
Final round. Fight!
Starts things off with a jump in? This unleashes some big damage! Here comes a big combo! Uses their drive gauge! Who will set the big drive rush? Closes the distance! The low's blocked! Low heavy! Jump! Solid anti-air! Sobot to pin him down! They're taking a tries to make something happen with an overdrive arc!
Hadouken! Hadouken!
Let's loose a boom! Finds the target! Closes it out! Player 1 gets the win in a convincing fashion!
Comes a new challenger.
Oh, looks like these two have more beef than a Philly cheesesteak.
Gotta do this.
Round 1. Fight.
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play.
Hadouken! Hadouken!
Checks with the projectile.
Hadouken! Hadouken!
Player 1 has the life lead. Can they exploit this advantage? No good up high. A dangerous range here. You don't want to get jumped on a long recovery move or you're gonna eat tons of damage. Turns it up a notch and sends them to the... Brings out the super arc. How is this gonna work out for them? Player 2 is going to have a hard time managing their drive now. Both fighters are trying to decide their next move. Let's off a projectile to waste time. The super armor does its job. Ooh, a snap kick sends him spinning. Smart play KO. Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round 2. Fight.
Opts to create space to start. They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Checks them with the projectile. Fireballs are risky, but if the opponent doesn't jump, they're one of the best ground game tools. Jumps? Going in? Hits them with a stop and bomb. Drive gauge is looking bad. What'll they do? Experiencing burnout. Player 2 has an empty drive gauge. Burnout activates. What's next? Risky up-close scrap still going. Goes for the fireball, which is very strong at this range. A jump meets them air. They're both out of drive gauge. Will they press on or wait it out? What a finish! Player 1 was an absolute beast in that match.
comes a new challenger.
We are about to see a mirror match go down, where they can match each other move for move. This is the hardest kind of match. Who will come out on top? All right, first round. What's going to happen? Decides to go in with the target combo. Overdrive. A dangerous range here. You don't want to get jumped on a long recovery move, or you're going to eat tons of damage. Will they incorporate that full drive gauge they have into their game plan? Will they use their drive to break through or to turn up the heat? Solid combo. Taking stock. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Feeling out the spacing. All right, what's coming up next? They break things off to take a quick breather. Checks him with the projectile. Player one creates a good corner opportunity. Life lead opens up. Gets the jump in. Takes a trip. Can't tech the throw. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. They're being baits out the attack and gets the punish counter. Triple Jinrai hit KO. Player two with the first strike, but they can't get complacent. Immediate jump in. Who's going to start things off? Big low reaching heavy. Can't tech the throw. That throw will do some good damage. Uses the target combo as a filler. Knockdown and player, there's the wall splat. They can't do anything now. Player one is in a pretty good situation. Burnout activates. Player one in dire straits with burnout. Out of drive gauge. Now's the time. Jumps up. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Player two needs to use the threat of the corner here. Pumps the brakes on the impact. Hits the drive. Yo, put that away. Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible? They gotta go. Oh, could be the start of something. What are they gonna do? Burns out. This is the ideal range to utilize the fireball game. Knockdown! Here comes the mix-up. Player one can't use any drive boost. Gotta play it safe. Closes it out! Player two proved to be the victor in that mirror match.
Comes a new challenger.
This is a mirror match, which means it's not just about the win, but about your pride as a player too. This is a must-win fight. The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Gets a chance with that jump. Decides to go in with the target combo. Knockdown. Player one has not been shy about using their drive gauge. A depleted drive gauge will really limit their options here. Smart meter management is one of the keys to winning, so they'll have to keep tabs on that if they want to win this match. Player one doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Snares him. Grabs him. Life lead is open. Nice counter. Scrapping it out up close. Player one is gonna have to wait for that drive gauge. KO. Player one picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Projectile to try and change the situation. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Blocking a jump in attack means you're at a disadvantage. so they should be looking to anti-air instead. Player 2 has the life lead. Can they use it? There's been some back and forth, but no one has dominated the fight. That's not gonna hit. The super doesn't hit. Player 1 will need to play it conservative until their drive returns. Medium kick, experiencing burnout. Player 2 in dire straits with burnout. Out of drive gauge. Now's the time. Player 1 is in a pretty good situation with a meter advantage. Gotta do better than that. They were right to be on guard there. We have super arts on deck. There's still a chance to turn this around. Noticeable wraps it up with a throw. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Open. Ups the damage on that by opting to go for the overdrive arc. Ooh, what a smart throw. That throw will do some good damage. Player 2 blocks the low kick. They're using a fireball to force a reaction. Fires without warning. Expect to see some fancy stuff as we're near the end of the round. Slams on the brakes and shuts out the counter. Dangerous range here. Burns out. Oh my god, they just choked it up. What now? With super arts into play, it's really anything goes at this point. Checking with the fireball. How will they react? Solid anti-air. Noticeable life lead is a comeback Sprosum. Fights back with authority. They are not getting close to each. This is gonna hurt. The pressure must be driving them nuts. What escaping with that fireball. Are you kidding me? Player 2 has got to be feeling good getting the win out of that absolute carnage.
A new challenger.
Our fighters are pumping themselves up and are raring to go. Who is going to come out on top in this fight?
Gotta do this. Come on.
I'll take on all of you. Round 1. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Well-timed command throw there. That overhead was a bit obvious. The low heavy hits. Uses a long-range attack there to zone them perfectly. Absorbs the attack and fires back. Responds to the jump with one of their own to drop it. Smart play there to go for the air-to-air. Even if it can't lead to a combo, it's low risk but effective. Player 1 is working with a less than ideal drive gauge. They'll need to be very careful here. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Can they create an opportunity for themselves to seal, looking to plant them with a pile driver? Both fighters are barely alive. Player 2 KO! Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? The next round is beginning. What's gonna happen now? They trade hits, and now, burnout activates. Jumps? Player 2 in dire straits with burnout. Out of drive gauge. Now's the time. Opts for the strike ender for the damage. Looking for something after? What'll happen here? Player 1 is in a pretty good situation with a meter advantage. A quick breather. Player 1 needs to use the low kick hit. The overhead denied. Screw pile driver. There's no escape. Closes it out. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.